Before we build any risk models, we need to understand the basic behavior of the return series we are working with. I'll start with a small set of summary statistics and then connect them directly to the histogram you see down here below. The average daily return is approximately 0.058% per day. On its own, this number is not very informative for risk management or at all. It's small relative to day-to-day fluctuations and highly sensitive to the sample period. The far more important quantity here is the daily volatility, which is about 1.1% per day. Volatility sets the scale for typical daily moves and will later be a key input for parametric risk models. Now, look at the extremes. The worst daily return in the sample is approximately minus 10.9%, while the best daily return is about plus 10.5%. These numbers already tell us something very important. Daily equity returns can exhibit very large single-day moves far beyond what the average or volatility alone would suggest. Any risk framework that ignores these extremes is incomplete by construction. We have 4,021 daily observations in this dataset. That's a reasonably large sample for estimating empirical distributions, but it's still small relative to the rarity of extreme events. This tension, limited data versus rare but severe losses, is one of the core challenges in market risk modeling. Now, let's look at the histogram of daily returns. You can see that most observations cluster tightly around 0, forming a sharp central peak. This is why volatility captures typical day-to-day behavior reasonably well. But notice the shape of the distribution as we move away from the center. The tails extend much farther than what a simple normal distribution would suggest. We observe relatively frequent moderate losses and a small number of very large negative returns. This so-called fat-tailed behavior is a defining feature of financial return data and is precisely what creates problems for naive risk models. This distributional shape has direct implications for market risk. Value at risk focuses on quantiles of this return distribution, typically around the 95 or 99% level. If returns were truly normal, losses beyond those thresholds would be rare and well behaved. In practice, as this histogram nicely shows, extreme returns occur more often and are more severe than a normal model would predict. This is why we will later compare historical and parametric value at risk, and why we'll go beyond VAR to tail risk and stress testing. So at this point, we have established 3 key facts. Returns are centered around 0. Volatility captures typical fluctuations, and extreme losses occur more often than simple models assume. With that context in place, we are now ready to introduce value at risk as a formal downside risk measure.